Today, we're diving into the electrifying world of AC/DC, one of the greatest rock bands of all time. Get ready to crank up the volume as we count down the top 10 AC/DC songs that have left a lasting impact on music history. At number 10 is High Voltage. Released in 1975, this track set the tone for AC/DC's signature sound. Originally released as a single in July 1975 in Australia, it found its place as the 8th track on their second album, TNT. Interestingly, the release was distinct as it was issued as a standalone single. The song, a collaborative effort by Angus Young, Malcolm Young, and Bob Scott, secured its spot at number 48 on the UK singles chart in 1980. Notably, High Voltage made waves in January 2018 during Triple M's Ozzfest 100, where it claimed the 95th spot amongst the most Australian songs of all time. Adding to the intrigue, High Voltage shares its name with AC/DC's inaugural Australian and international albums, serving as the 9th and final track of the international version released in May 1976. It's worth noting a quirk in the recording credits. Although Phil Rudd is mistakenly credited with recording the song, the drums were actually expertly handled by session drummer Tony Curate, not long after the recording sessions for the debut album, High Voltage. High Voltage has solidified its place as one of AC/DC's most beloved songs, making appearances on 4 out of the 5 band's live releases. In live performances, High Voltage transforms into a crowd sing-along. The bridge, where Scott passionately belts out, "I said hi, I said hi," extends with Scott and later Brian Johnson, repeating the word high in escalating loudness and high pitch, met with an enthusiastic response from the crowd, creating a memorable and interactive concert experience. Next up, we have the explosive TNT. This anthem is a true showcase of AC/DC's high-energy performance. Featured in both their Australian album TNT and the international version of High Voltage, this track proved to be a true dynamo. The band released it as a single in 1976, and the songwriting credits go to the dynamic trio of Bon Scott, Angus Young, and Malcolm Young. Impressively, TNT detonated its way to number 19 on the Australian Kent Music Report singles chart. The title of the song itself serves as a nod to the explosive chemical TNT fitting mirroring the high-octane energy embedded in AC/DC's music. A bit of a captivating tidbit, a slightly tweaked line from TNT, specifically "Lock Up Your Daughters," found its way into the spotlight as the title for AC/DC's inaugural headlining tour of Great Britain in 1976. This move marked the band's transition from Melbourne, Australia to London earlier that year. In a testament to its enduring popularity, TNT secured the 81st spot in Triple M's Ozzfest 100 in January 2018, an accolade celebrating the most Australian songs of all time. This track not only exploded onto the music scene, but also stands as a timeless anthem in the AC/DC repertoire. Taking our 8th spot is the gritty Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Crafted by the collective talents of Angus Young, Malcolm Young, and Bon Scott, this iconic track was recorded as the title song for their album released in September 1976. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap earned its place in rock history, securing the 24th spot on VH1's 40 Greatest Metal Songs and being hailed as the 31st best hard rock song of all time by VH1 in 2009. The song's distinctive features include a backing vocal consisting of heavy breathing during verses, the title spoken in a captivating manner at the end of the chorus, and a powerful scream concluding the track. In the full-length version, the chant of the song's title occurs 4 times, starting at 3:09, while the more common edited version hears the chant only twice. The narrative of the song introduces a character who offers his services as a hitman. He encourages individuals facing problems to either contact him by phone or visit his residence, where he pledges to carry out various unsavory and violent acts at a remarkably affordable price. The laundry list of dirty deeds performed includes concrete shoes, cyanide, TNT, neckties, contracts, and high voltage. Interestingly enough, 2 of these services share names with AC/DC's first 2 Australian albums, TNT and High Voltage, also manifesting as songs on these albums. Delving into the origins of the song title, it's revealed to be paying homage to the cartoon Beanie and Cecil, which left a lasting impression on Angus Young during his childhood. The cartoon featured a character named Dishonest John, who carried a business card with the inscription, "Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Holidays, Sundays, and special rates." Malcolm Young explained that Angus came up with the song title based on the cartoon character, showcasing the band's ability to infuse their music with a playful and nostalgic touch. Ring the bells for our 7th pick, Hell's Bells. Released on Halloween in 1980, Hell's Bells serves as the single from the iconic album and is a cornerstone on AC/DC's musical journey. Notably, the song is also featured on Who Made Who, the band's 1986 soundtrack from the Stephen King film Maximum Overdrive, as well as both versions of the 92 release AC/DC Live. Composition of Hell's Bells commences with the deliberate tolling of a 2,000-pound bronze bell. Crafted by John Taylor & Co. in Loughborough, the resonant sound of the bell was captured by Tony Platt using Ronnie Lane's mobile studio within the Bell Foundry, adding a distinctive and haunting element to this track. This recording took place after the Back in Black tracking sessions at Compass Point Studios in the Bahamas. The reception of Hell Bells reflects its status as one of AC/DC's standout tracks. In 2020, The Guardian recognized its significance by ranking the song at number 6 of their list on the 40 greatest AC/DC songs of all time. Additionally, in 2021, Kerrang! Further endorsed the song's impact, placing it at number 7 on their list of the 20 greatest AC/DC songs. The slow, atmospheric buildup and the powerful presence of Hell's Bells have solidified its place in rock history, making both a poignant tribute to Bon Scott and a triumphant herald to AC/DC's enduring legacy. Coming in at number 6 is the ultimate rock anthem, You Shook Me All Night Long. This iconic track also made a reappearance on the later album Who Made Who. Notably, it marks AC/DC's first single featuring Brian Johnson as the lead vocalist, succeeding the legendary Bon Scott, who tragically passed away in 1980 due to alcohol poisoning. Upon its release, You Shook Me All Night Long made waves, reaching number 35 on the US's top 100 pop singles in 1980. Critically acclaimed, the song received praise for its raw energy and powerful guitar blasts. Record World described it as having a truckload level of gravel and enough raunch to satisfy a stadium-sized crowd. VH1 recognized its impact by placing it at number 10 on their list of the 100 greatest songs of the 80s, and it claimed the top spot on their top 10 AC/DC songs. Thundering into our 5th spot is Thunderstruck from AC/DC's 1990 album The Razor's Edge, marked a significant chapter in the band's hard rock legacy. The song achieved notable success, peaking at number 4 on the Australian ARIA singles chart, claiming the top spot in Finland and reaching number 5 on the US Billboard album rock charts. The track has left its mark on pop culture, finding its way into various movies including Deadpool 2, Varsity Blues, and The Longest Yard, among others. Angus Young, in the liner notes of the 2003 re-release, shared the genesis of the song. It all began with a guitar trick that he presented to his brother Mal. The rhythmic ideas from Mal, combined with the thunderous concept inspired by their childhood toy, Thunderstreak, formed the foundation of the song. The fusion of these elements evolved over months of experimentation until everything fell into place. The song's popularity extends even to the digital realm, with over 1 million digital copies sold since it became available for download. Hitting our 4th spot is the iconic title track Back in Black. A powerhouse anthem by the Australian rock giants, emerged as the second US single from their 7th album of the same name in 1980 through Atlantic Records. This iconic song, known for its distinctive opening guitar riff, serves as a tribute to the band's late former singer Bon Scott, who tragically passed away. Released in 1981, Back in Black climbed to number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's background reveals that when Brian Johnson, Bon Scott's replacement, was tasked with writing a lyric for Back in Black, the band specified that it should be a celebration rather than something morbid. Johnson recalled his approach to Mojo magazine in 2009, stating, "I just wrote what came into my head," which at the time seemed like mumbo jumbo. 9 lives, cat eyes, abusing every one of them and running wild. The boys got it though. They saw Bon's life in that lyric. Critically acclaimed, Back in Black boasts one of the most recognized guitar riffs in hard rock history. Metal Hammer magazine hailed the riff as one of the greatest of all time. VH1 ranked the song at number 4 on their list of the 40 greatest metal songs in 2009, and it was named the second greatest hard rock song of all time by VH1. Cruising on to our podium is Highway to Hell. By 1978, AC/DC had already built a solid international presence with 5 released albums and extensive tours across Australia and Europe. Upon their arrival in the United States in 1977, the band faced minimal radio support but managed to amass a dedicated following. Despite the initial rejection of their 1976 LP, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, by the American branch of Atlantic Records, the label now believed AC/DC had the potential to make it big in the United States, provided they worked with a producer who could give them radio-friendly sound. All of AC/DC's albums since their 1975 Australian debut High Voltage have been produced by George Young and Harry Vanda. However, Atlantic Records was pushing for a change, much to the chagrin of the band, particularly guitarist Angus and Malcolm, who felt a strong loyalty to their older brother George. The proposed producer was Eddie Kramer, a South African-born producer renowned for his work with Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, and Kiss. The initial meeting did not go well, with Malcolm Young expressing dissatisfaction with Kramer's attitude. This led to a phone call from Malcolm to former manager Michael Browning, who enlisted the help of Zambian-born producer Robert John Mutt Lange. Lange, known for his work with the Boomtown Rats and other post-pub rock bands, stepped in to replace Kramer. The decision to bring in Lange proved pivotal as the band, dissatisfied with their progress under Kramer, quickly recorded 6 songs in one day. Bon Scott, the band's singer, recalled informing Kramer that they were taking a day off, only to sneak into the studio and produce the tracks. The tapes were then sent to Lange with a request for collaboration. At the same time, AC/DC underwent a change in management, parting ways with Michael Browning and hiring Peter Mensch, an assertive American manager with experience in developing the careers of bands like Aerosmith and Ted Nugent. This period of transition marked a crucial juncture in AC/DC's history, setting the stage for the success that would follow. Taking our number 2 spot is the powerful For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. The title and central lyric of this anthem are rooted in history. Picture ancient Rome, the Colosseum, and the salute from Roman prisoners about to face execution. Hail Caesar, those who are about to die, salute you. A little fun fact, the idea for the cannons came from Princess Diana's televised wedding. Angus said, "We were recording the song on the same day, and someone had the wedding on in the next room. When the cannons went off, we thought, hey, that sounds pretty good." Yeah, you heard that right. The cannons in For Those About to Rock were inspired by royal wedding fireworks, and guess what? This led to a cannon gracing the album cover and becoming a regular prop at AC/DC concerts. And finally, claiming the top spot on our list is the electrifying Whole Lot of Rosie, serving as the 8th and final track on their 4th Australian album, Let There Be Rock. The song's narrative revolves around a one-night stand Bon Scott had with an obese Tasmanian woman named Rosie at the Freeway Gardens Motel. Beyond her size, the singer, Scott, expresses admiration for Rosie, considering her one of the most talented lovers he has ever encountered. Angus Young shared a memorable anecdote about the inspiration behind the song in 1998. After a show in Tasmania, Bon Scott encountered Rosie, who claimed to have slept with 28 famous people. The next morning, Scott woke up to Rosie whispering to her friend that the count had reached 29. Angus Young noted that Bon found the whole experience worthy of being immortalized in a song. An earlier version of the song, titled Dirty Eyes, featured a different set of lyrics and a slower tempo. Dirty Eyes was initially recorded in 1976, along with other tracks for a possible EP. The EP was scrapped and Dirty Eyes was eventually transformed into Whole Lot of Rosie during the Let There Be Rock sessions on January 1977. When released as a single in '78, Whole Lot of Rosie underwent significant editing, resulting in a shorter version that excluded a substantial portion of the guitar solo and the characteristic guitar-band duel. Despite the edits, the song remains a classic and a testament to AC/DC's ability to craft memorable and enduring tunes.